Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of service.
Attention to orders. Chief Master Sergeant David R. Sill distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States while assigned to the 67th Aerial Corps Squadron, Hill Air Force Base, Utah. During this period, Chief Sill excelled as the Air Transportation Chief Enlisted Manager. His leadership played a key role in management of unit funds, facilities, and equipment, as well as the daily operation of the squadron. He shepherded the mobilization of more than 90 squadron airmen on 4 Air Expeditionary Force deployments to 6 different locations around the globe in support of operations enduring freedom and Iraq. After the January 2010 earthquake in Haiti, he expertly mobilized 15 volunteers in less than 72 hours to support Operation Unified Response. These personnel provided the needed logistical expertise to swiftly move humanitarian aid transiting through the Port-au-Prince airport. Chief Sill deployed as Chief Enlisted Manager for the 447th Expeditionary Logistics Readiness Squadron, Sadr Air Base, Iraq. In this role, he provided crucial leadership support for 156 deployed airmen, directly contributing to the successful accomplishment of the mission. As a result of his efforts, unit members were in place to move more than 168,711 passengers and 36,174 tons of cargo on 7,275 missions. He was instrumental in the coordination and success of 15 red flag support missions, which augmented the 99th Logistics Readiness Squadron at Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada, with rotation of aircraft crews and support personnel participating in vital air combat training. Finally, he has been the driving force behind the squadron's yearly effort to support the Mountain Fort Middle School special needs students with a Christmas party. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Chief Sill culminate a long and distinguished career in the service of his country and reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force.
Please remain standing for the retirement portion, please.
Attention to orders. Chief Master Sergeant David R. Sill is relieved from current assignment, assigned to the Retired Reserve Section, and placed on USAF Reserve Retired List, effective 15 March 2011. Please be seated. Colonel Reed will present the retirement certificate. The certificate reads, Certificate of Retirement from the Armed Forces of the United States of America. To all who shall see these presents greeting. This is to certify that Chief Master Sergeant David R. Sill, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Force on the 15th day of March 2011. Signed, Charles E. Sterner, Jr., Lieutenant General, USAF, Chief of Air Force Reserve, and Norton A. Short, General, USAF, Chief of Staff. This is the Certificate of Appreciation for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Chief Master Sergeant David R. Sill. I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history, with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of military service. Your commitment and dedication have been an inspiration for those who will follow in your footsteps, and for all Americans who join me today in saluting you for a job extremely well done. My best wishes to you for your happiness and success in the future. Signed, Barack H. Obama, Commander in Chief.
Sill. Louise. Mrs. Sill, will you please come forward? Will present Mrs. Sill with the Air Force Certificate of Appreciation, flowers.
The certificate reads, Certificate of Appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. On behalf of all Air Force airmen and their families, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force presents this certificate of appreciation to Louise Sill. I join your spouse, family, and friends in thanking you for all numerous contributions and sacrifices you made in support of our United States Air Force. Your dedication gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service in defense of our nation. Signed, James A. Roy, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Certificate of Appreciation from the United States Air Force. In grateful appreciation, the United States Air Force presents this certificate of recognition to Louise Sill for the commitment and numerous contributions that made positive impact in the nation's defense. Thank you for the support which gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service. Signed, Charles E. Stenner, Jr., Lieutenant General, USAF, Chief of Air Force Reserve, and Lord Nation, General, USAF.
Will the audience please rise? Honor Guard now will perform a flag salute ceremony. Chief Master.
For more than 200 years, the American flag has been a symbol of our nation's unity, as well as a source of pride and inspiration for millions of citizens. Born on June 14, 1777, the Second Continental Congress determined that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes, alternating between 7 red and 6 white, and that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field, representing a new constellation. Between 1777 and 1960, the shape and design of the flag evolved into the flag presented before you today. horizontal stripes represent the original 13 colonies, while the stars represent the 50 states of the Union. The colors of the flag are symbolic as well. Red symbolizes hardiness and valor. White signifies purity and innocence. And blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Traditionally a symbol of liberty, the American flag has carried the message of freedom and inspired Americans both at home and abroad. In 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing the stars and stripes waving after the British shelling of Baltimore's Fort McHenry that he wrote the words of the Star-Spangled Banner. In 1892, the flag inspired Francis Bellamy to write the Pledge of Allegiance, our most famous flag salute and patriotic oath. In July 1969, the American flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted it on the surface of the moon. Today, our flag flies on constellations of Air Force satellites that circle our globe, and on the fin flash of our aircraft in harm's way in every corner of the world. Indeed, it flies in the heart of every airman who serves our great nation. The sun never sets on the U.S. Air Force, nor on the flag we proudly cherish. Since 1776, no generation of Americans has been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Today's airmen remain committed to preserving the freedom that others won for us for generations to come. By displaying the flag and giving it a distinctive hold, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those who fought and continue to fight for freedom at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, airmen have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict around the world. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve the rights, privileges, and freedoms that we as Americans enjoy today. The United States flag represents who we are. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. We cherish its legacy as a beacon of hope to one and all. Long may it wave.
Please be seated.